What's up, everybody? It's your boy Eddie, aka Durio 1000, aka a solo tripper. Hopefully, you're having a great day. Today is November 10th, 2022. It's the final countdown to New Year's. Hopefully, everything is going good for you. Today's video is just about something that happened last night, and really, basically not really a synopsis, a breakdown of how I smashed I'm not going to get into exactly what she does, but she is online and she makes money online with her body. I'll leave it at that. I won't get into specifics, but so yeah, I'll tell you from when I met her and everything like that. So I'm gonna put the screenshot of the text messages right here so you can see. Hopefully, I'm not that skillful in editing, so. Anyway, so I met her. It's been a while. I met her on October 24th. It was, what is October 24th? That was an early Monday morning, Sunday night, Monday morning type deal. And I remember it vividly. I was at a taco spot after the clubs and everything had closed, right? So I'm at a taco spot. I go order my tacos, and I'm chilling, waiting for them to call my name. I'm up standing, and then I see this girl, and she is nice. And she goes and sits down next to her friend, in front of her friend at a table in the restaurant. So, in my head, I'm thinking, go for no. If she says no, fuck it. No big deal. She just said no. So, I just go up to her, and I'm like, think you cute? Give me your number. And then she says, well, let me finish eating my taco first. Or my burrito first. So I'm like, okay. So I wander off, go to the bathroom, and then come back. And I think by that time she is finishing up her burrito. And I'm like, again, she didn't tell me no, right? She didn't tell me no. She didn't tell me get lost. She didn't ignore me or anything like that. The way she said it, she was like, is kind of interested in me. So when I went back and reapproached her, I'm like, you done with your burrito now? Give me your number. So she's like, okay. And then I hand her my phone. She puts her number in there. And she puts it in there like such and such from name a taco place. Like that's what she saved her number as. And she handed me back my phone, and then she was like, you're going to forget me in like 5 minutes. And I'm like, whatever. So I text her back later on, probably like when I got home. I texted her, and she texts me back. I hate this text messaging thing that I have, this text messaging app that I have with my phone. It fucking sucks. So I texted her, and she's like, oh, this must be the guy from the taco place. And I'm like, yeah, for sure. So I'll call her. Boom. We talk for maybe like 2-3 minutes. It was in the morning time, that Monday morning, as a matter of fact. And that's one thing you want to do. You want to strike while the iron's hot, right? You don't want to waste time waiting days and shit to call these chicks, because hot chicks they have men on them 24/7. All right. Some which way or how, even if they don't get approached in a venue, they have men on a social network, on their Instagram, orbiting, on their Tinders, hitting them up, and all that other shit. So strike while the iron's hot. I'll call, boom, we talk. Shortly, we don't have an in-depth conversation and shit. So I'm like, yo, I don't know if did I tell her? No, what happened was later on that day, she said that she went to a different part of town. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. So I text her a couple times. I text her back. No, actually, I text like 2 or 3 times without any sort of response. So at this point, I'm like, damn, the fuck. I sent 2 texts. She didn't respond. So last night was the night of Hurricane Nicole. I think his name is Nicole. Or Tropical Storm Nicole, or what have you. And like, it's getting late. It's like 6 o'clock. It's starting to get dark. Damn, chilling by myself. Like, fuck. I ran through my roster. I sent out a text message. I'm like, yo, I put it up there. I was like, it's raining. It's raining outside. Come keep me dry. And she had texted back like right away, like within like 5 minutes. She was like, oh. She wrote back, she feels as though she should do the opposite, which means keep me wet. So I'm like, okay, if that were what you want, pull up. That's exactly what I said. So, like, she's like, oh, I can't drive, blah, blah, blah. It's raining. She's high and all this other shit. So I'm like, you are coming over. Where are you at? And then she's like, no, I can't drive right now. I literally wreck in 5 minutes. And then she gives her where she's at, what part of town she's at. And I'm like, bet. I'm like, I'm near. I'm going to come pick you up. And then she's like, wait, send me your address. And then I send her my address. And then I'm looking at my text messages now. Just in case I'm not able to put them up here. Because fuck that shit. And I give her my address. And then she was like, do you have roommates or do you live alone? At this point, bitch, them some motherfucking buying signs. Some indicators of interest. So I'm like, no, I live alone. And she's like, okay, let me shower and I'll drive over. And she's like, it's only, not far away. So I'm like, cool. And then she texts me back, okay, I'm leaving now. Now, in between this time now, I was like, yo, I need to motherfucking go restock on some alcohol. I'm running a little short on alcohol. So I ran up to the store. Boom. Got a couple bottles. And then as soon as I get back, I realized that this girl's really coming. Like, she's like, when I've fucked enough girls to know when these girls are coming. So she had texted back, I'm leaving now. And I'm like, oh shit. And I know where I have an idea what part of town she's in. So I'm like, oh shit, I need to get ready. I hadn't showered or anything. And this is something that you want to do before a girl comes to your house. Because you want things to go smooth, right? So after I come to the liquor store. Now this is from the time she says, she told me where she lives at. And she's like, what happened? She's like, let me just shower and stuff, and then I'll drive over. And she's like, it's only not too far away. So she texts me that, and I'm like, oh shit, go get some liquor. Boom, came back. Boom, time running. So I'm like, damn, I need to take a shower. Damn, I need to clean up a little bit. Damn, I need to put on some candles, light some candles. Not because to make it romantic, but to smell motherfucking good in the motherfucking house. So I do all this, bum, 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 clean up a little bit, bum, clean the motherfucking toilet in the guest bathroom, bum, bum, bum. And then hop in the shower, bum, bum. Out the shower, get a text message from her. I'm like, I hadn't brushed my teeth or anything. This is really important, guys. You have to have this done. Now, I should have, again, this kind of happened really fast. So, I'm like, oh shit. She texted and she's like, where's your house? I'm looking for it and I can't find it. I'm like, yes, thank God she's not outside. Because when I get those texts, it's like I'm outside now. I'm like, fuck. And I hadn't brushed my teeth and, did all that shit. So I'm just getting out the shower and I'm brushing my teeth. And she texts back, she's like, yo, where do I park at? And then I'm like, yo, I don't see your car. Where are you? She's like, oh, my GPS fucked up. So I'm like, ooh. Because I'm like naked and brushing my teeth, using like mouthwash and all this shit. So I'm like, yo, I know where you're at. Give me a second. I'm gonna come out and meet you. And it's raining outside. And again, this is right before the storm, you know what I'm saying? So she texts back, says, oh, I think I know where it is. My GPS messed up. So she drives over. And I look out and I see her parked outside of the front. So I'm like, damn. So I threw on some shorts, shirt, boom. All right. She waiting outside, I see her car. So it's raining. So I get the umbrella and you go out, meet her, greet her, and then walk her back in under the umbrella. And like we come into the house. Candle lit, everything smelling good, and when I say she was fine, she was motherfucking fine, bro. You already know if she is online getting paid for her body, you know how fine she is, and she is like, she's like 20, around 20, her early 20s. Let's put it like that. I'm not her exact age. But let's just say she's in her early 20s. And she comes in. And what happens? When she comes in, I'm like, what happens? She came in. And I looked at her. And I'm like, hell yeah. So I'm like, yo, take your shoes off. She came in with her shoes. I don't like people walking around my house in their shoes from outside. I'm not from the islands or religious or anything like that. You just don't want all the outside shit on your floors, right? So I'm like, yo, take off your shoes. She complies. So she sits down on the love seat. Then I'm like, yo, I'm gonna give you a tour of the place. So she's like, okay, cool. So I give her a tour. Boom, show her around. And then I'm like, yo, give me a hug. You never gave me a hug. She's like, oh, sorry. So she gives me one of these little hugs and shit. But then she was wearing some short shorts and like a top, right? So I'm like, damn, she got some sexy legs. So I'm like, she sits down and like we start talking about, the type of music shit that she likes. And I'm about to compliment her. And I'm like, yo, let's do some shots. And at first I was like, because she's in her early 20s. So I'm like, what happened? So we did some shots. And after the shots, boom, she came back, sat down, and we were talking about, her favorite songs and shit. So she was telling me her favorite band. So I put it on the YouTube and started listening to her favorite band and shit. I started listening to the lyrics, and they were like, damn, talking about ripping their clothes off and kissing you in the right spot. I'm like, damn, this is right, bitch, this is motherfucking in cruise control, right? I'm like, damn. And I brought that up to her. I'm like, whoa, those some interesting lyrics. Those are some, raunchy lyrics. Then she goes on to tell me that she, talks with the band. She knows the band that's playing and shit like that. So, and as this is happening, I'm like caressing her legs. Not like I'm not keeping my hand like right here. I'm like caressing. You know what I'm saying? And I'm complimenting. And I wouldn't call it complimenting per se, but it's pointing out an observation, that I liked. And so, boom, things start escalating. And this is within the first 5 minutes, 6 minutes of her coming in the house, right? And boom, things start getting heavy real quick, like. And she's like, do you want to close the front door? At that point, it's motherfucking on. It's motherfucking on. So I go close the front door. She take off her shorts or whatever the fuck she was wearing. And goddamn, biz motherfucking went to motherfucking town. And so that's how that went. It was like one of those times where it was like, I guess kind of like a Hail Mary, and not really a Hail Mary per se, but it was just like a shot in the dark. I was bored and I was texting, some girls that I talked to, got their numbers and shit, and a lot of guys, they'll say that numbers don't matter, but interactions matter. What you do matters. So, and again, sometimes numbers don't matter. Sometimes numbers are fake. Sometimes they're not. Sometimes girls just give you their number for the male attention. Sometimes girls really are down to meet you. So, I mean, it all depends. A lot of times guys will spend 20, 30, 45 minutes with a chick and not go for the clothes. Not go, and that's the thing about it. You don't want to spend 5, 10, 20, 30 minutes, an hour with a girl and not motherfucking go for the pool or go for the clothes or go for something. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, and if you want to continue, listening to this, you would need to go to I don't know even know where to put this at, because there's a lot of details that I'm leaving out, and I don't even know if you all want to hear the details or not. I don't know. If you have questions or comments or whatever, leave them down below. Make sure to subscribe. Check out my website that's up and coming. Check out my Instagram, IG. Check out my Snapchat. I really haven't been on the social shit, really. I'm in the mud, boy. This is cold approaching here, boy. Shout out to all my motherfucking cold approaches, dog. We getting this shit from the mud, nigga. We motherfucking cold approaching on these hoes. Now, it takes you got to be cut from a special cloth to cold approach day in and day out. It takes somebody with a special motherfucking cloth to do this shit, because most dudes ain't gonna be doing it. You dig? So shout out to all my cold approachers. This here is, I don't want to say tough, but it pays back in dividends. You know what I'm saying? You smashing motherfucking girls that get paid for they fucking they get paid from guys just looking at their body, not fucking them. Nah, looking. And I'm not saying that you can't fuck these same girls on Instagram and all that other shit, Snapchat and all that other shit, but to meet these hoes in person and cold approach they ass, it takes a motherfucking special individual. Now, I'm not motherfucking patting myself on the back, but I've been in the motherfucking field for years, and people come in the game as quickly as they leave the game. You know what I'm saying? They cold approaching ain't no joke, boy. You get rejected in the face, boy. That is cold. You gotta really love women to motherfucking cold approach these hoes for real, for real. You know what I'm saying? You can't be half attracted to women and cold approach. No, you gotta love women to cold approach. And I love women, boy. And it paid back in dividends, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, I was getting over one of these chicks and shit. And shit, the best cure for that shit is new shit. New pussy. New girl. You know what I'm saying? So if you not getting successful online and shit, I mean, do you, dog? Cause if you're not cold approaching, that's you. You know, and most people can't tolerate rejection like that. They really can't. And most people avoid rejection. Most people will go out of their way to not get rejected. And these are, you know, the dangerous men that, you know, once they get a girl and then the girl once decides to leave, which inevitably they do, that guy doesn't know how to take it. You know, that guy does not want to go back out in the real world, doesn't want to go back out and deal with rejection. So he's going to possibly harm that girl to avoid facing rejection. You know what I'm saying? That's dangerous. And what I teach is that you have to go. You have to go for it. You can't like be afraid of rejection. I know that's tough, but again, it's all psychological. It's all psychological. And if you want to know more, just hit me up, bro. If you want to know anything, you know what I'm saying? If you're having trouble doing certain things, if you're having problems, not just approaching, but maybe you're having problems getting numbers, maybe you're having problems with last minute resistance, I know a way that I basically, my technique, I don't know what other guys do when they get the girl in the house, but I mean, my teachers are some of the best. I learned from some of the best. I've read just about every pickup artist book from back in the day. Now, again, I don't know what's going on these days here. I know most people have moved to online shit, and there's nothing wrong with that per se. I mean, I could have probably gotten a lot more pussy if I invested a lot of time and energy into my Instagram and my Snapchat, but I only have like one or maybe like 2 or 3 followers and shit. Cause I mean, this is the way I look at it. If you approach a girl and she says, "Give me her," if she says she'll give you her Instagram or some shit instead of her number, that girl's not really into you, bro. Or she's a clout chaser, and that's what basically that online Instagram shit is to me. And there's nothing wrong with that, but you know, I'm trying to build my shit up, you know, to get these hoes, because I love some hoes. I love these thoughts, but you know, I also love being out in the field and picking up these girls, looking at them in person, you know. So there's that. And I think I'm rambling, but yeah, if you have any questions, leave them in the comments. I'm not going to put up the text message thread because I just basically read off the thread to you. And if I put it up, I'm going to block it out because, you know. Anyways, thank you for watching. Like, subscribe. Have a great day. And I'm out.